funny?
How are they staying up?
I have no idea.
How do they put tape on them?
I don't know.
Oh, we can't be jumping on the couch.
No. Sadie, what are those elves doing? What are those elves doing, Sadie girl? Hi, pretty.
Oh, please.
Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Julie. I am a stay-at-home mama of 4. There's something on my lens. Today's video is another Vlogmas video. I am just at home today. I am currently in the middle of lunch and I'm drinking an energy drink, and I'll share that with you in the next clip. It is so good. It's one of Alani's new energy drinks and it's so tasty. But I just made some lunch eating that, and then my mom's actually gonna come over. I'm gonna lay Stella down for her nap, and she's gonna come over and help me go through the kids' like bedrooms, their toy boxes and stuff. We only have about like 2.5 hours to do this, so we need to get the ball rolling. So I'm gonna hurry up and go get Stella. She's actually over there right now, and get her laid down over here. That way my mom can help me out. I hope you guys have enjoyed the other 2 Vlogmas videos that went up before this one. So much fun Christmas content coming your way. I can't wait to be filming for you guys. I'm just so happy to be back at it. It's making my heart so happy to be editing and just making videos for you. Real life Vlogmas over here. I am currently editing a video, drinking an energy drink to give me some energy. This one, the Winter Wonderland by Alani. Oh my goodness, guys. It is so good. It's not gonna, but yeah, that's what it looks like. So good, so good. But I'm also eating one of the Rayo's chicken parm, like frozen meals. They're actually really good, and they're like the perfect lunch. So this one's the chicken parm, and like I said, I'm editing a video, so this is real life right now. All right, we are gonna go ahead and make a chicken fajita soup is what I'm gonna call it. I kind of just threw everything together. I did probably about 3 cups of chicken broth because this container was almost empty, and then I made some more chicken broth with a better than bouillon and some water, and then I did a can of green chilies and a can of fire roasted tomatoes. You could just do a can of Rotel, but I didn't have that, so I kind of like made my own Rotel. I drained a can of chicken and put that in, and actually later on I added 1 more can of chicken because it just needed a little bit more. So I did that, and then I just kind of mixed it all together. I did add a thing of black beans. If you want more beans in it, then you could always add 2 cans of black beans. You guys, this soup was so good. Towards the end, like later on, about an hour before we were ready to eat, I added a brick of cream cheese, and that kind of made it creamy. But for seasonings, I added a fajita packet and a sprinkle of some taco mix. I kind of just mixed them together just to add extra flavor. Oh my goodness, this soup, it was kind of just a throw it all together, but it was so good, and it was definitely a new staple in this house. Ryan and I both loved it, and his mom was like, save this recipe. That was so delicious. It was one of the best soups she said she ever tried. So definitely an easier soup, dump and go right in your crock pot, and that's perfect for this busy season. I know that I just want meals that are super easy to make, super easy to just throw together and have, and this made a lot. So we had leftovers for like 2 days afterwards. I had it for lunch the next day, and then dinner the next night. So when we ate it, I actually topped it with some cheese and some tortilla strips, and oh my goodness, it was phenomenal. I know some people make like a white chicken chili. I guess this is kind of similar. I don't know if it's the exact kind of recipe because I just threw things together that I thought might taste good. And oh my goodness, I will absolutely be making this again very soon. So make sure you give it a try. I will, in the description box below, I will put like the recipe of what I use, just like all the ingredients, so that way you don't forget anything if you're out grocery shopping. Oh, and I added a can of corn. I'm watching right now as I do the voiceover. I did add a can of drained corn. You can omit the corn if you don't like corn in your soup, but I do, and it was so good. So yeah, like I said, I will put in the description box below all the ingredients that I used. I kind of just went through my pantry and figured out what I had. So that is what I did, and then after that I'll just let that cook, and I'm gonna go and clean the kids' rooms, but I don't share that because they were disastrous. But this is what the soup looked like. All right, it is getting late. The kids are actually in their pajamas and they are ready for bed, but they have 10 minutes because they go to bed at 8 and it's 7:50. But I wanted to say hello. I haven't vlogged a ton today because it kind of was crazy. I actually went through the boys' toy boxes today and like got rid of a ton of old toys that they don't play with anymore or that were broken, things like that. I love to do that this time of year, like right around Christmas time. I love to go through all of that kind of stuff, so that way it's not like crazy putting the gifts away and things like that. I am drinking a cup of decaf tea, honey chamomile, and it's really good. But I just started a sourdough loaf. I make sourdough pretty often now. I would say almost once a week. I make an artisan loaf. This is what it looks like. And it's ready to do a stretch and fold. So I will leave in the links down below how I make it, like the recipe that I use. It's so simple, so easy. It's literally like foolproof. If you have a sourdough starter, and if you don't, it's really not that difficult. People think it's difficult. I just always tell people, feed it the morning that you want to bake with, or the morning that you're going to make something. So like, I'm making this artisan bread, but I won't bake it until tomorrow morning. So I fed my sourdough starter this morning. I just made the dough, and now I'm doing my stretch and folds. I'm going to let it rest overnight and, you know, double in size, and then you're gonna put your inclusions in after that in the morning. So I'll put whatever I want in. I'll preheat my Dutch oven, or you can use, what are those called? Like a roaster pan. You can use one of those as well. And then you bake it for an hour, and well, more like, probably like 45 minutes in total is how long it takes to bake at 450. And then you have sourdough bread, and it's so good. So let me show you how I do my stretch and folds, and then I wish I showed you me filming like the making of this process, but it's literally just put your starter in, put some water in, whisk it all together, and then put in your flour and your salt, whisk that all together, and then just let it sit for about 15 minutes to a half hour. You're gonna do your stretch and folds every half hour. I usually do it 4 times just because I like getting my hands in the dough. You can do as little or as much as you want. Really, I would say at least 3 times, but more than that if you'd like. So I always cover with a wet tea towel when I'm doing my stretch and folds. This is what my dough looks like, and you're going to, let's see if I can show. Okay. Does that work? I think that works. Okay. So you're gonna take your hands, and you're gonna start on one side of the dough, and you're gonna kind of pick it up like that, and you're gonna fold it over. I rotate my bowl, pick it up. If it's really sticky, it will be the first few times. You can wet your hands and that will help, but I just like to kind of work with it. The more you work with it, the more you get it, the gluten, you know, kind of working, and that will help to make it less sticky, like I said. Now, because this is long fermented, it ferments overnight, and then I also ferment it in the fridge for a couple hours in the morning after I do my inclusions. You're really helping. It's helping with your gut health and all of that. So that's what it looks like after a stretch and fold. And then you're just gonna pop a wet tea towel over, and there you have it. Wait 30 minutes. All right, so the bread just came out of the oven. You're gonna bake this at 450 degrees for about 40 minutes, and then you're going to take the lid off and then bake it for another like 10 minutes. And this is how it turns out. Now, I wanna show you a little hint on how to not get your bottom burnt. Let's see, okay, it's cool. You're gonna put rice at the bottom of your tin or your Dutch oven, because if you don't, the bottom will get very, very, very crunchy. But listen. Oh, it sounds so good. I'm so excited to eat this tonight. All right, guys, I cut the bread, and it is delicious. Look at all those holes. And listen. Oh, it's so good, so good. And we had some olive oil with garlic and balsamic, and we are dipping the bread in it. Oh my goodness, it's so, so good. Highly recommend if you make homemade sourdough bread to try that. So that is what we had, and we had some soup. Like I said, that soup is delicious. What are you doing? The kids won't eat it because there's beans in it and they're not fans of that, but we enjoyed it. And it is so windy outside right now. Like, I can hear my bird feeders flying around. Why'd you just throw that? Stella, please stop. I need to clean up from dinner now.